good morning. We're here at the tint shop and first car of the day. This is a 2026 GMC Yukon. And for whatever reason, the customer didn't want to tint all of the windows. They didn't want these ones tinted. They just want this one, and the windshield tinted, all in ceramic. So kind of a weird deal. You can tell she's obviously somewhat conscientious on price. So this is a repeat customer from Chris. She had done business with Chris before, and I guess that in the past she's only ever had dyed film. So we were looking at her tickets, and Chris only charged her like 120 bucks for the windshield, and then I think for all the sides it was like 250, like something really cheap. And so I told her this time around like it was gonna be 450 for just the windshield, and then the doors, the door windows in ceramic. She was good with that. So you never know, sometimes customers surprise you. But we're gonna get started on this car, and then we are going to be doing, I gotta go over to the detail shop and help meet a customer over there and do a few jobs over there. Well, Chris, I think I'm gonna leave you to it, and I'm gonna try to help out at the detailing shop for a little bit this morning. I just told this girl it'll probably be done by like lunchtime or so. Well, I scheduled an appointment at the detailing shop like last week, I think, on the day in the life. I think I was talking about it because the customer, he was like, okay, yeah, I'll do the $500 full detail. And I was like, well, it may not be just 500 bucks. I kind of wanting a lot. So I'll have to take a look at it. Well, that job's today. That's the car that I'm meeting over at the detail shop here in about 40 minutes. So I've got another girl that's coming by from a quote. She goes to my church. I think we're gonna just take a look at her new vehicle. Got another guy coming by for a quote on a tint job. So let's go over to the detail shop. This old Chevy truck is gonna be getting a ceramic coating. We're gonna be doing BC04, which is Modesta's higher end ceramic coatings. It can last up to 10 years. And I always recommend this product for anyone that keeps their vehicle parked outside because it's a hydrophilic coating. And so it actually has more protection against water spotting compared to traditional hydrophobic coatings. How's it going? This is a $1,495 ceramic coating. It just got repainted. It looks like crap, honestly. They did a really poor job with the repaint, which sucks because we're gonna be putting on a really good ceramic coating on a repaint job that really wasn't that good, but that's what the customer wanted. The customer apparently is pretty happy with the repaint job, surprisingly, even though there is a lot of bubbling. I'll show you this. So you can see here in these spots where the clear coat's already starting to bubble up, even though it was just repainted. There's another one right there. This one's probably the worst. It almost looks like there's specks in the paint too. Were you seeing that, Austin?
Yeah.
Like a bunch of stuff. It's obviously got super bad orange peel, but it almost looks like, if you catch it in the right lighting, like there was like dust or something that got underneath the paint whenever they were painting it. But we're gonna ceramic coat it anyway. We're gonna do a quick polish before we do that. Austin's getting the wheels clean now. We'll clay bar it still, iron decon, and then we'll go put our ceramic coating on. We're gonna be doing a few videos with this too for an ad. I'm gonna be targeting specifically people that have recently had their vehicle repainted. So I'm gonna do a few direct call outs in this advertisement. Whenever Blake gets here, maybe he can kind of show you some of the behind the scenes on that as we record that. So whenever we have jobs in the shop like this that are unique, especially our higher ticket services like our window tint, ceramic window tint jobs, and then our ceramic coating jobs, we definitely like to make videos on it. So in this wheel cleaner, this IK pump sprayer here, we've got Dynamite, which is a product from a company called CK Enterprises. And this stuff here, it's actually made for spraying on like trucks, like semi-truck trailers. You can buy, I believe it's 5 gallons for, I think, 80 bucks. Well, here's the Jeep that just dropped off, and it's gonna be getting a full detail for 500 bucks. Definitely not the cleanest thing in the world, but I would say it's not so bad to where I feel like it was extremely underquoted. So I think we can definitely get this done in 5 hours. $500 for a full detail. Morning, Sergey. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Morning. So this thing is gonna get a full detail, and then we're gonna be doing a paste wax on the outside. It's his wife's car, it's for their anniversary, and whenever he told his wife that he got her a detail, she was crying. So she's extremely excited and happy to have her car detailed.
No pressure, right?
Yeah, no pressure. Well, the contact wash is done, so now we're gonna do iron remover and a clay bar treatment. And then one thing that we're gonna do with our clay bar is I'm gonna use this to spread the iron remover in, rather than rinsing all this iron remover just directly off, because this will allow us to use less product. And whenever you use the clay bar with the iron remover, it actually removes a significant more amount of contamination than just doing the steps separately. What are you working on?
Paint off the glass.
There's paint on the glass?
Yeah.
Oh, I see it. Right there too. We don't want to use that goof off on that, probably too much. Well, one of our really good clients, Steve, dropped by, and I was doing a little polish on a scratch that he got on his Honda Odyssey. He called me yesterday, and his wife, who's got a 2024 Lexus. It's one of the bigger 3-row Lexus SUVs. Super nice. It's like a $90,000 car. But yeah, he had called me about that because they accidentally hit their mirror when they were backing out of their garage, like right here. Not on ours, but on theirs. They knocked their mirror, and so he was looking for a recommendation. This is why it's always good to have people that you know. So I referred him to someone that I know that's actually going to be fixing that Supra as well. So I wanted to give you guys an update on that. So that Supra, that Toyota Supra that we were working on last week and had the spot that we peeled up the PPF and it ripped up the paint. Yeah, that was a very interesting customer and experience to deal with. I think that it's gonna end up being good. I think he's happy with it, minus that little thing. I think once we get that fixed, it's gonna be better. But Preston, who works at Quality Auto Body, who we referred Steve to fix the Lexus's mirror, I sent him a video of it, and he got it scanned. He thinks he can match the paint. So he's gonna be taking care of the touch-up paint. Go ahead and sand all that section down and get that repainted. I think the customer's gonna end up being happy. We're gonna end up giving him a little bit of a discount. He hasn't even paid yet. We're like, hey man, don't even worry about paying us until this is all settled up. We're gonna get it ceramic coated 30 days after it gets repainted. And yeah, we'll just make sure he's happy. Obviously, not ideal, but sometimes that's part of doing business. You live and you learn. Now, Austin and I both know whenever we're talking to people that's got old PPF, hey, it's very likely that this is gonna get peeled up on a car that's this old. So just one of those things that you live and you learn. I was telling Austin, I'm like, some people, they book a detail and they don't even know. Like, they have an expectation in their head of what they want. For example, like the guy with that Chevy, the blue Chevy truck, that wanted the spider webs gone. he booked a detail and he assumed for a $500 detail, full detail, inside and out, he was going to be getting spider webs removed, swirl removal. And like somewhere there was like a misunderstanding. And like we know, having done this for as long as we have, that you're going to get one of those customers come up like out of every like 200, 300.
Yeah.
It's very rare. But you do wonder, out of every one that brings it up, how many are there that don't bring it up? And they go, man, I really thought that you guys were going to clean my door jambs when you did the interior. Or I really thought that you guys were going to get the spider webs out when you did the exterior. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, and I mean, the other thing you said was the running board. And that stinks. That can't be cleaned. So it's hard to go over that on every single detail, every single piece of the car, and what it's going to look like when it's done.
Yeah.
But when it's just an exterior and they're getting it done for a special occasion, that lets us know at least maybe this is one of those 1 out of 200.
Yeah. And it's worth mentioning, showing him like what we can do.
Yeah.
You know, here's an example of what we could do. Like even if you don't decide to do this, at least you know. So that way in the future, you're aware.
Yeah.
So I just saw my customer pulled up. I'm gonna give this girl a quote. Hi, Essie. It's always good to hold something, right, Blake?
Gotta hold something. It helps their attention span.
Yeah. If you just dropped a few grand on a new paint job, don't let it fade. Protect it with a ceramic coating. And it like zooms in super close on the bottle. You know what I'm saying? I'll hold it out like this. If you just dropped a few grand on a new paint job, don't let it fade. Protect it with our ceramic coating. I might need a little bit more of a pause in there. Don't let it fade. Protect it with our ceramic coating. I think that's good. I just want to pronounce things just a little bit better and pause a little bit more. You just dropped a few grand on a new paint job. Don't let it fade. Protect it with our ceramic coating. Protect it with our ceramic coating. I like that one. At Belk, we are Springfield's premier automotive ceramic coating shop with over 6 years in business, 300 5-star reviews, and 100% satisfaction guarantee. We guarantee you'll be happy or you don't pay a dime. So I said guarantee twice. I need to change that to a promise.
Or you could just say you will be happy.
Yeah.
Or if you're not happy.
Belk, we are Springfield's premier automotive ceramic coating shop with over 6 years in business.
You gotta change the angle, so we're standing over here now.
3-part will include our complimentary 3-year glass coating and 2-year trim coating on us.
Take 94, but he's not even using the telephone.
So yeah, as you can see, sometimes it takes like 25 takes before we get it right. But I don't know, part of that's just me getting in my head and being a perfectionist about it. But you know, you only get one shot and you want to make sure it sounds right. The customers only see the finished product. So I'm gonna head back to the tint shop. I gotta meet that customer that's picking up that GMC Yukon. Blake and Sergey are finishing up with the interior on this. They're just doing a final vacuum on it. Austin he's talking on the phone to a customer right now, but this whole car has been polished. So he's just gonna wipe up all the polish and then he'll probably start on the ceramic coating after he gets back from lunch. So he's out here just talking on the phone. So I'm gonna go ahead and head over to the tint shop and we'll check in when we get back over there. Hey, what's up, Hugh?
You should put bumpers in that thing.
Bumpers?
Yes.
What do you mean?
Oh, you should have seen. I used to have a Colorado too.
You gotta show me what you mean. What do you think? Good. It'll take a little bit of time to fully dry, so just make sure not to mess with anything. Over the next 3 days, don't roll your windows down. And I mentioned that on that little door hanger right there, to not roll your windows down for 3 days. If you need tape, I can put tape here. Yes. Would you like that? Yeah, I'll get you tape. Well, that was Hugh that you were hearing, and we tinted his Tesla Model Y yesterday, and he was just bringing me by some cash. He wanted to just pay in cash. So that girl with the GMC Yukon picked up. She seemed happy. Yeah, it looked really good. Actually, didn't look too bad, the fact that the back wasn't done, but she said she's going to be coming back and having the far back windows tinted at a later date. So Chris and I are actually getting ready to head out and do a mobile tint job at one of our really good customers' house. He just finished building this house and he wants some frosted window tint installed on his front door and also a bathroom window. And so we're going to go over there and take care of that real quick.
Banana peppers on there is just like a little bit different.
What do you put on it?
Usually put everything. If you're wanting to taste the meat, it's like.
So this is frosted window tint that we're going to be installing on our customer's bathroom window and his front door. Well, we're heading out from the tint shop. We are done for the day here. And now we're going to do this flat glass job for our good customer, Carlos. He's been with us for a long time. So we don't usually do flat glass jobs. This may be something that we kind of get more into. Chris has the capabilities of doing it, but that's not really what we're focused on. So, but Carlos is a really good detailing customer of ours, and he asked us if we could frost out some windows, so we told him we would. So we're gonna go get that done and then head back over to the detail shop afterwards and try to record some of this Modesta coating on that Chevy S10.
Sergey is washing the Jeep that we were doing the interior of this morning. I'm heading out to go do our mobile appointment for the day. A couple hours ago, he texted me and said that he didn't want the interior done anymore. I guess it's full of stuff and he's really just concerned about the outside, which isn't something that happens often. So I'm gonna be bringing polisher, some trim restoration. It's a Jeep Wrangler, I think. Jeep Wrangler. So we'll see when we get there. They weren't really too concerned about polishing it. It's not in bad shape. And the trim looked great already, even for being 4 years old. So just gonna wash it, clean the wheel wells and wax it. It'll be good for their getaway.
All right, well, here we are at Carlos's house, and we're gonna get that front window tinted there and then the bathroom on the side as well. Well, we're done here at our good friend Carlos's house. Did the bathroom windows in both the upstairs and the downstairs bathrooms. So he is a great client of ours. I'm not gonna charge him very much for that. We're gonna head over to the detail shop now. Man, these are some beautiful homes in here, and they just keep building and building. It's not slowing down, or at least it doesn't seem like it to me. But when I head over to the detail shop, I'm gonna grab something to eat. I haven't eaten lunch, it's 2 o'clock. Grab something to eat on my way. And then we're gonna get this ceramic coating put down. Well, Sergey's doing the paste wax on this. And Chris and Austin are working on the back bumper over here. This thing is pretty much ready to get coated. We just need to mix our distilled water for BC04. I picked some up from the store over there. I'll show you guys how we do that BC04 in a minute. What section are we on? Okay. So go ahead and show us how this coating works.
So, what about 1 mil on this?
You're supposed to do 2 mils per panel, but we're not doing a whole panel. Distilled water. So you drag the coating through the distilled water. And we're not gonna crosshatch here. We're doing a border. And then you're gonna go right through the middle draw line. And as soon as it comes in contact with that water, it starts to harden to the point where we actually have to change which side of the applicator pad we're using because the applicator pad gets too hard. And then we've got a bucket down here with just a little bit of distilled water in it. And we take our applicator or our towel after, how long do we wait?
3 minutes.
3 minutes. We take our damp towel and then we're gonna wipe it up with that damp towel. And again, that's just gonna activate the coating and start to harden it. Is that your damp towel? So while Austin's doing the paint coating, Sergey's gonna be doing all the glass coating. And this guy with the Jeep, he's getting ready to come pick this thing up. He should be here any minute now. Safe to say that the $500 that I quoted him was indeed too low. Realistically, with everything we did, and for as much dog hair as there was on this thing, it probably should have been, I don't know, 600. Like, this thing just took forever. We started on it at about 9, and Blake ended up leaving at around 1 to go do his mobile job. And Sergey stuck around and waxed it until probably 2:30. And then I messed around with several spots and was just touching up stuff, doing the conditioner on all the plastics. So yeah, I had a feeling that was going to be the case, but that's okay. I know he's going to be happy. He's going to leave us a review. I'm not going to fight him over an extra $150. Just goes to show, you know, usually you always need to be quoting higher, especially whenever you're doing these cars and you're just doing everything. So
just finished up that Jeep with setup time. Took a little bit under 3 hours. Setup took a lot longer than usual, just trying to find a hose and outlet that worked. It's not his house, so it was kind of weird. I almost detailed it in the middle of the front yard, but thankfully I didn't have to do that. He was really happy in the end, but it was one of the hardest details that I've done in a while because I couldn't figure out what his expectations were. I don't think that he had ever had a detail before. When someone switches to just an exterior detail, typically they're more concerned about things like swirls and how the trim looks and scratches and rock chips, and he just didn't care. I spent a couple of minutes trying to explain some of the things that didn't come out or that could come out, like swirls and some of the staining in the wheel wells that really just needed covered up, and he just didn't care. He was happy to get it washed and get it shining, but still one of the harder details when you can't really figure out what their expectations are. It's funny because after I got done telling him all these things, he's like, oh no, I'm not concerned about with the staining in the wheel wells, and I don't care about the swirls, and know that rock chip and those etchings don't really bother me. His friend pulls up, starts pointing out things immediately. He goes, oh, well, what about this? What about this? What about this? And those are the kind of clients that we have nightmares about. But at the end of the day, he was happy. He paid, he tipped. And he said for his purposes, it was perfect. So I did a perfect job, and that's all I can ask for. So I'm going home. I'm done.
well, the guy with the Jeep picked up. For the most part, he was happy. He asked me if we wiped down the engine bay. I think he was just curious. He was like, did you guys do the engine bay while you were doing the full detail? And I'm like, no, it's not usually something we do unless someone asks us. Most people don't want it done, they don't care. And so I ended up doing it for him real quick, didn't charge him for it. Honestly, he made out really well. I think for $500, we wiped down all the plastics with our shine, our conditioner, conditioned all the seats, cleaned a few spills on the carpets, paste wax on the exterior, wiped down the engine bay. I removed water spots in the door jamb. I mean, in total, I think we had about 12 man hours on that vehicle. So definitely not ideal. Definitely not ideal for a $500 job. He was happy. It was for his wife. I think his wife's gonna be happy. And Austin's just finishing up the ceramic coating on the truck over there. We're just about done with this thing. We just gotta do the tailgate. That's all that's left on it. Everyone else is gone. So I'm gonna show you guys back at my house, at my office. I'm gonna show you guys some of the things I wanted to show you guys in the last episode, just with our P&L that I think you might find interesting. So I'm gonna finish up over here, get the shop closed down, and I'll check in with you guys when I get back home. All right, well, I told you guys I would share a little bit about our P&L from, I wanted to share September of 2024 to September of 2025. Keep in mind that this is actually not our legit technical P&L. This is our sales report from Square. This is just what I'm going to show you guys. And it's interesting how we do our sales, because technically our P&L is going to look a little bit different than this, just because when money hits the bank is technically when it's considered profit on the P&L. But on Square, when we check something out, even if it's in my pocket and I don't deposit the money into the bank just yet, it's technically considered a sale. So just keep that in mind. Nonetheless, this is going to be a pretty interesting comparison, I think. And I'll kind of walk you guys through the comparison and why the numbers are higher, and some of the technical aspects of this. So last year, September 2024, we did $27,268.75 in total sales. This does include tips. Jumping ahead to this year, we did $53,505.82 in total sales. Sales nearly doubled. Now, why did that happen? 1, we're spending more money on advertising. 2, we're posting every day. 3, we're talking about our services, I think, more with our customers and about the different types of services, better cross-selling, better upselling. 4, we're doing window tinting now, and we have a full-time tinter. 5, we've raised our prices. Let's go to the item sales. I want to show you guys the breakdown of this. So one of our largest clients is Bass Pro Shops. We detail for the photography team over there. They take photos of brand new boats and put them up on their website in like an online catalog. And so these boats are brand new. They've just come from the factory to the photography shop, and they just need them detailed, the dust knocked off of them. There's usually a little bit of mud from transport on the trailers. That was $6,550 this year. Last year, I'm sorry. This year, boat details, I think we're about $5,000. They're exactly $5,000. A little bit less on the boat details this year. Exterior details in 2024 were $985. This year, exterior details were $2,225. So exterior details have more than doubled. Full details, we did $11,565 in 2024. In 2025, we did $16,925. Full details are up almost $5,000 this year. Now, we are spending more money on Google ads. So last year in September, we spent about $1,700 on Google ads. We weren't running any meta ads. This year, we increased our ad budget on Google. So we're running more detailing ads, and we're also running window tinting ads, which we'll go into here in a minute. We're spending about $2,100, $2,200 a month on Google ads. And then we are doing ceramic coating and window tint ads for Meta. We're spending about $900, $30 a day combined. Now, there are some ceramic coating ad leads from the Meta ads that end up translating to detailing customers. Also worth considering is we have raised our prices. So that has also helped contribute to this. Let's go back to 2024. Interior details, we did $4,980 in 2024. Interior only details, we did $8,265 in 2025. Interior details are up $3,285. We did 20 last year, and we did 33 this year. Full details, we did 41. We did 51. So if you did the math, our average package is also higher this year, which is because of our increased price. Let's look at ceramic coatings. Ceramic coatings are a big one. So in 2024, we did $2,200 in ceramic coatings. In 2025, $11,275. So ceramic coatings increased by $9,075. And we're spending, $15 a day? $15 or $20 a day on ceramic coating ads for Facebook. 90% sure it's 15. I need to double check on that. So I'd say that's pretty good. That's pretty good. we're continuing to do a better job of tracking in our new website. We'll have better trackable features on it. We're using Go High Level for most of our ads, so we can do a pretty good job of tracking it. But I think that this speaks for itself too. A lot of people are seeing our ads and they're not coming in through the ad. They're coming in through, they're going to do their own research on our website. They're giving us a call. And when you talk to them, then later they tell you like, yeah, I saw your Facebook ad. So, yeah, that's worth noting, is that sometimes it's hard to really track if the ad itself, if some people aren't trickling in because they saw the ad, they just came in from a different method. So ceramic coatings have really helped our business this year. We also had window tint this year that we added. I set all these up separately. So like here you've got, I believe this is just front windshield. Yeah. So that's front windshield. This would be brow. So, okay, front windshield, we did 1,755. Front two windows, that's what this category would be, is 745. Brows, 150. All sides and back were 1,542. And then this was the old, before we started separating them based on the type of tint service that they were having done. This was the old line item, was $2,821. So all in all, it's about $7,000 in window tint. And yeah, that's a service that we basically started doing full time with our new full-time tinter in September. So now keep in mind that our expenses for tint are around $7,000 a month. When you look at the breakdown between the film cost and our new shop expense and the plotter and the internet, utilities over there, and then the payroll is obviously the biggest thing, it's right around $7,000. So my hope is that by springtime, we will be closer to $20,000 in total tint sales, and our margins on that then will be pretty good. October's actually been really good. I think that we're probably going to be looking at about $10,000 in tint sales in October. So we should probably show between a $2,500 and $3,000 profit on tint in this month of October. So I hope that's helped you guys, given you an idea of what good marketing can do for you guys. Obviously, we've got a lot of work to do, and this isn't perfect. This is just an example of, I think, some of the ways that we've improved this year compared to last. Maybe you guys can take away something from this. We've had really good weather in the month of September this year as well, which I think has helped. And, if we have a really, really bad December or November, or a really, really good January and February, it will also show. We will see that. If there's snow on the ground throughout the entire month of January, we will see that. And so there's some of these things that are out of our control, but we've had good weather. That's helped a lot too. So anyway, I hope this has been interesting for you guys and just kind of shown you some of the ways in which all the marketing that we've been doing and increasing prices and adding new services has directly contributed to our sales. Well, that's pretty much it for today. We ended up doing window tint. We had that GMC Yukon that was $450. The mobile flat glass job that we did, we just charged $100. That was for a good friend of ours. A little bit of a slow day for the window tint, which this week's been packed for window tint. So it was actually kind of nice to have a day when I could actually spend some time at the detail shop. Tomorrow we've got another full day with window tint. So, still getting started going full time with window tint. So giving it some time and patience, and we don't always have to be booked full with window tint every single day. Austin did that $1,495 ceramic coating job. Pretty much spent all day doing that on that Chevy S10. And then Jared's morning appointment, that Jeep, that should have been more. We charged $500 for that. Nice guy, he ended up tipping $75 on that. And then Blake did that mobile exterior only detail this afternoon by himself. That was a $200 ticket, and the guy tipped $20. So overall, pretty solid day, especially considering that Jared wasn't working today. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed and found this interesting and helpful. If you guys have any feedback, feel free to drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear it. Don't forget to give the video a like, subscribe, and we will see you guys next week.